Welcome to Untimely Radio Theater. Brand new stories with an old-time attitude.
We have 7 episodes this season, but we'll be releasing them as they are completed. So please be patient. Our entire production team is working as fast as she can. Tonight's story is Better Late Than Never. A time-traveling purple teddy bear rescues a teenager accidentally left behind in the 21st century.
Ugh, not again. This is gonna suck.
What the hell'd you do now?
Nothing, Mrs. Conley. The window broke.
By itself? Ain't likely. If social services don't pay for that window, it's gonna come out of your paycheck.
Hey, I don't even have a job.
Well, best go and find yourself one then.
Ugh. Pay for the window, Hannah. Get a job, Hannah. Social services is running out of foster homes, Hannah. I don't know what's worse. The creeps at school or the crazy lady down the hall?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
That's it! This is so not funny, you guys!
Oh, it was not my intention to amuse you.
Holy shiznick! Mrs. Conley! Mrs. Conley, there's a giant purple teddy bear hanging off my window. I think it's a Share Bear?
Ah, well, not really. This is simply protective camouflage I've provided for myself.
And it's talking to me.
I swear, you cause any more trouble.
Look! See?
Where'd that come from? You steal it?
This is what broke the window.
You want to blame the window on a stuffed toy?
Go on, you furball. Fess up.
I ain't taking much more of your shenanigans, freak.
Transmitter receiver and a 2-foot-high bear? Not the best way to test out your science fair project, guys. Because I'm going to tear the guts out of this thing and shove it in your locker tomorrow.
What sort of barbarism is this? You can't possibly wish to disembowel me.
No? There's a hammer in the basement. I'll be right back.
Wait! You are Hannah Walker, said name given to you by the home you were dropped off at anonymously as an infant. You have a number of mutations, most of which are undetectable to the casual observer, and one that is all too obvious.
Everybody knows that I got eyes like a cat. But what do you know about the other stuff?
Finally, you asked the right question. Permit me to introduce myself. How do you do? I am called Bertram.
Bertram? The bear? Seriously.
Think of me as your phone's great to the nth power grandchild.
I'm a foster kid. We don't have phones.
All right, then. Think of me as a very sophisticated quantum computer, which is exactly what I am, so please stop trying to unzip me.
A quantum computer? Seriously? That's dope.
Dope? Ah, yes, I am quite dope.
Yeah, but quantum computers are huge. I mean, sure, someday they'll be the size of laptops, but now? No way.
You are correct. Indeed, a small quantum computer is an anachronism in this century, as are you.
What?
An anachronism is a chronological inconsistency.
I know what an anachronism is, but why'd you call me one? Freak, yeah. Anachronism? Do I look like I come from the 23rd century?
24th, actually. Did it never occur to you that your mutations were purposely engineered into your familial DNA? Because, well, they were.
Shut the front door.
I beg your pardon. An expression of surprise.
Are you saying I was born like 300 years from now? Am I part of a secret project? Or some kind of cool super spy? Or do I have super cool powers I don't know about? Or maybe...
All your questions will be answered, but at present we need to apply ourselves to a more salient undertaking.
Does it involve space travel? Because I am all about No Man's Sky.
No Man's... I'm afraid there are no computer games involved.
Oh.
However, it will be an adventure.
The kind of adventure that causes multiple contusions and a throbbing headache, or the kind where you get a cool tattoo?
The kind where you rescue someone. but I feel obligated to warn you. Once you leave here, you can never return.
Let me get my shoes. If I knew I was going to hike this far, I would have brought a snack. Who are we rescuing anyway?
Your father.
My father? Really? Hey, shouldn't he be the one rescuing me instead of the other way around?
Unfortunately, a group of cretins from Area 51 were practicing reconnaissance tonight and located us. I myself was barely able to get away in time.
What'd the alien chasers want with him? He's not an alien. Is he?
No, but they found him in a craft with totally incomprehensible controls. That piqued their interest. The fact that he's also green didn't help matters, I'm sure.
His skin is green? Like broccoli green?
A poor fashion choice, I agree. But then, he's young and foolish. However, he has a good heart. As soon as he found out about you, we commandeered a time ship for this rescue operation.
How come you guys didn't just come find me when I was born? I could deal with missing out on all this crap I've had to put up with here.
We ran into some issues, which required an emergency landing in this time frame. Unfortunately, if we went back to your infancy now, this you, would no longer exist.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. No backtracking in time. But how are we going to break him out of Area 51? You know how much security is around that place?
Of course I do. Which is why I can circumvent it. We'll have your father out in a trice.
You know, there's no way we're going to walk all the way to Area 51.
Of course not. We're going to procure a suitable off-road vehicle.
You mean you're going to buy a car?
I'm afraid we'll have to, as you say, pilfer one.
First of all, I never say things like that. Second of all, I am not interested in going to jail.
We'll be long gone by the time this vehicle's disappearance is noted.
Okay, but how are you going to see over the steering wheel?
I have no need to. You will be driving.
I'm not even old enough to have a license.
You've grown up around these primitive vehicles. I've no doubt you'll pick it up as we go along.
We better steal a new car then. One with airbags. Oh no, it's Daniel and his jock friends from school.
That group of miscreants painting graffiti on that rather grubby dumpster? Simply act naturally. We don't want to arouse suspicion.
Carrying a giant purple teddy bear? I'm not gonna live this down. Crap, they see us.
Hang on. We got company. Oh, looky who it is. It's Catgirl.
This is so not good.
On the contrary, note the miscreant's car. It is perfect for our needs.
Are you out of your friggin' mind? Daniel's not gonna let us near his Land Rover.
Hey, look. She's got a teddy bear, and she's talking to it.
What do you expect? She's just a baby freshman.
I'm a sophomore.
Jerks.
Forget her. Let's wrap this up before the cops come.
I believe some special effects will, as you say, get the ball rolling.
I do not say that.
Damn it. Hurry up, you morons. Let's get out of here.
Unlock the doors, man!
It won't open.
Hell with this. Let's go!
This is our chance. Driver's side door, quick!
But it's locked.
Not anymore.
Well. Looks like you've been caught dead to rights. You may not be a bug-eyed monster, but you're as green as a new mowed lawn.
I told you, it's a special dye. The sci-fi convention's a whole week, and I don't want to have to fade.
So you dyed your entire body? Your entire body?
What can I say? Some girls like a green tush.
You might as well stop your little charade. You think I don't notice how you speak? It's perfect. That's not how real Americans speak English.
I can speak another language if you like.
Like what? Russian? Chinese?
Klingon?
So you are an alien.
Klingon. I said Klingon. Haven't you ever seen Star Trek?
Your driving has improved quite a bit since we've left town, Hannah.
That's because there's no trash cans out here. Or parked cars.
Still, you seem to have discerned how to steer in a relatively straight manner. But must you drive so closely to the edge of the motorway?
Yep.
Why... I see. Well, then, carry on.
You sure we're gonna be able to bust in when we get there? I got a crap ton of security.
You worry unduly. I have, as you say, everything under control.
I really, really don't say things like that. Please tell me that's you and your special effects thingy again. Oh man, I don't want to go to juvie.
Calm yourself. We but need convince the constable that we, or rather you, are on a legitimate excursion.
How? I'm an underage runaway in a stolen car.
Look at me. Quickly now.
What was that?
A camera. I am producing the required official documentation. License and registration, correct?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Pull it out of your... Whoa. You're like a frickin' Teletubby.
Colonel Chandra, I'm afraid my report is going to be insufficient. The prisoner wouldn't give me any information.
I think the term guest is more appropriate at this juncture, Lieutenant Johnson. Speaking of which, I thought I told you to hold off on this matter until you got the air conditioning fixed.
I'll look into it ASAP, ma'am.
You said that last week.
Waiting for parts to come in, Colonel.
Do you think you could at least get me a cold drink?
Colonel Chandra, with all due respect, don't you realize what we've got here? An honest-to-goodness alien, and you want to keep it under wraps? That's practically un-American.
Johnson, you're young, so you don't remember all the time someone had their hands on what they swore up and down was an honest-to-goodness alien. Back then, I didn't have a say in the matter. Now I do, and I say we find out what we really have before contacting the Pentagon.
But the guy is green for crying out loud, and his eyes like a cat's.
He said he was on his way to that science fiction convention when your unit scooped him up. You know how intense some of these cosplay fellas are.
What about his spacecraft? Do you think he just whipped that up in his garage?
Some of these convention people work for Hollywood, and that means they have access to facilities the military can only dream of.
But the lights, the switches...
They move, they go beep, but I haven't seen that thing move an inch on its own. I doubt it's going to impersonate a spaceship anytime soon. Frankly, Johnson, our guest has done nothing to indicate he comes from another planet and, in fact, might decide to sue us if we don't send him on his way soon.
Have you noticed his accent, ma'am?
Can't say I have.
Exactly. Don't you find that even a little suspicious?
I thought he was from Milwaukee. Do they have suspicious accents?
That's just it. He doesn't have a Milwaukee accent.
His folks could be from somewhere else.
Like Alpha Centauri?
Or San Francisco, which, come to think of it, could be considered another planet.
Why did we have to leave the car? It's not like I can do anything worse to it than I have already.
Convincing an officer you're legally driving on the road is one thing. Convincing someone it's acceptable to drive across the open desert toward a remote classified facility is quite another.
What if someone sees us walking?
Do not concern yourself. The odds of anyone seeing us now are 1,000,000 to 1.
Hold it right there.
1,000,000 to 1? I'm gonna get worse than juvie for this.
Hands up. Don't turn around. One move and you're a dead... bear?
That voice. Oh no. It can't be.
Birdie, baby.
It's Bertram, you misbegotten mentor of immorality. Turn around, Hannah, and meet Spiker, the depraved prevaricator who is responsible for this mess.
Everyone's a critic. And I go by Spike now. More cachet. Man, I haven't seen anybody civilized in something like forever. Come on down to my crib. We'll catch up.
Lieutenant Johnson here. How may I help you?
Davy boy, it's Mabel Conley. You alone?
Weren't you supposed to be at the Alien Busters meeting in Phoenix this week?
Oh, it got canceled because of them chemtrail problems they've been having. But that ain't important now. It started. It's time for the troops to gather.
What? Mrs. Conley, I'm on the front lines. When things commence, I'll be the first to hear about it.
Don't be too sure about that, Davy boy. Remember that girlie I took in out the goodness in my heart? She's an alien for sure, and she's headed your way. You best send out a patrol and round her up, pronto-like.
Mrs. Conley, these things need to be handled discreetly.
Well, I'll be discreet. You can count on me for that. Tell you what, we'll track down that alien girlie before she can make contact with that there commander of hers.
Commander?
The alien you're holding. We gotta stop his nefarious plans before he can contact the mothership.
Mrs. Conley, please, let me handle this.
Like my daddy said, you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Now, just a minute. Mrs. Conley! Mrs. Conley! Turner, I need you to take over my shift. There's something I have to attend to.
Finally getting the aircon fixed, sir? Sir?
Welcome to my humble abode. The neighbors are kind of annoying, but it's cozy.
It's a cave filled with crap.
That nobody but yours truly knows about. Relax. Take a load off.
Is there a chair under all these beer cans?
Here you go. I always like to be the gracious host. Don't mind me. Gotta keep hydrated. So, Bertie, what brings you back after all these years? And what'd you bring the squirt for?
Do you recall how you locked me in the freezer chest with all those frozen TV dinners? And that little expedition you and Jack took while I was thus confined?
Boy, do I. Jackie had himself one heck of a great time. I mean, come on, Vegas is right down the road. And hey, no harm done, right?
Allow me to introduce to you the result of your little escapade.
Whoopsie. Explains the freaky cat eyes, though. Just like her old man's. Nice to meet you, kid.
My name is Hannah.
Whatevs.
Do you have anything besides beer?
I think I stashed some Fanta behind the Frogger game in the back.
Why are you still on assignment here, Spiker? You should have been terminated. Demoted at the very least.
I gotta admit, things got hairy for a bit, but it's all copacetic now. Jack didn't get busted for any of this, did he? Is that why he ain't showing the ankle biter around himself?
I'm not an ankle biter. I'm 15.
Excuse me.
Jack discovered Hannah's existence only recently. He attempted to rescue her from what proved to be less than salubrious accommodations, when we had some technical trouble.
Oh man, this has unauthorized appropriation written all over it. How did you even get away? Those security dudes back home are brutal.
To be frank, we almost didn't. Which is why we've been put in the unfortunate circumstance of having to rescue the rescuer. 4 squadrons from Area 51 took him into custody.
Jack's on the base? What about his time ship? Did they snag it? Is it still intact?
According to my sensors, yes, on both counts. Now, all that we require of you are accurate directions to the stockade.
You think you're gonna just waltz onto a military base? You two'd stick out like sore thumbs, especially you being purple and all. Purple? Sore thumb? You get it?
Thank you for that astute observation. But I don't see that we have much choice. Jack and his craft must be extricated as expeditiously as possible.
I tell you what, I'll do a solid for an old friend. I got me a tunnel right here, and it goes straight to the base. Handy for emergency provisions. Know what I mean? But I ain't dragging a rugrat and her Furby along.
If you have adequate resources for a successful retrieval operation, that would be acceptable. Perhaps I could use your ship to take Hannah safely back to our time period during your retrieval operation.
No can do. I got it packed away. You two just sit tight. I'll do a quick snatch and grab, and Jacko and me'll be back here in no time.
Are you quite sure you won't require my assistance?
It'll be a piece of cake. Trust me.
Where's Smith? Smith?
Oh, yeah, right. That's me. Over here, Mrs. Conley.
What did you call me, Smith?
Huh? Oh, sorry, Mrs. Smith?
Right. Every one of us here is Smith. Gotta keep the enemy confused.
But there's 10 of us, Smith. It's a kind of confusing to us, too.
Good. The more confusion, the better. Now, who's got the map?
I'm pretty sure Smith's got it.
Not me. I think it's with Smith.
No, he don't have it.
I mean the other Smith.
Are you sure Smith don't have it?
Blast it all! Just somebody give me the dang map. That tracker I done put on her sneakers shows her real close.
You bugged her sneakers?
Of course I did. Can't be too careful when it comes to them aliens. They slippery as all get out. Let's see now. Yeah, I say we follow that there cover.
Mrs. Conley, please. This is a restricted area. Are you certain that girl's actually here?
Listen, she stuck that tracker on a bobcat what's been walking around. I'd say she's less than a quarter mile away, and we're going after her, with or without your help.
All right, fine. But you need to catch her before she gets to the base. Under no circumstances are you to go near that compound. Do I make myself clear?
I heard every word you said, Davy. Let's go, boys.
The Frogger game is broken. There's nothing to do. Maybe we should follow Spike, make sure he's okay.
No, we are absolutely not going into that tunnel.
Ugh, but I'm bored. Do you hear that?
Hunt that little freak to the ends of the earth if I got her.
Oh dear. It appears to be your caretaker. Perhaps she misses you.
Yeah, no. This is gross.
I believe Spiker has been using this tunnel to dispose of the excess debris he's accumulated.
Ugh, at the rate he's going, he's gonna need another tunnel.
At least the detritus will discourage anyone who might follow.
You don't know Mrs. Connolly. Let's get to the other end before they decide to wade through this garbage. How did we end up in the air conditioning duct?
Spiker must have compromised the system.
He's done something to it. It's gotta be 100 degrees in here.
Still, it is a clever way to infiltrate the base. Can you see the access vent yet?
Yeah, it's right ahead. Oh, gross! It's a bathroom. The screws in this vent are loose. Just let me... You think they heard that?
Is everything all right in there?
I think they heard that.
Yo, I'm here to inspect the ship.
But we already analyzed this thing, top to bottom.
Yeah, well, I'm here to do the middle. What the... It ain't working.
You think you were gonna fly this puppy to Mars?
It's not a spaceship, knucklehead.
You're talking to a superior, airman. I think it's time you straightened up your attitude.
Yeah, and I think it's time you went nighty-night. Here, let me introduce you to Mr. Broom and his cozy closet. Try not to wake up until I figure out the access code on this thing.
Do I need to come in there?
What do we do?
Improvise.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, miss, but tour groups aren't allowed in this area. You're gonna have to come with me. That one of them sharebears I seen on TV? I'm gonna have to confiscate that.
might be concealing contraband.
What? It's just an old teddy bear.
No, Missy, this is in fact Theodore Tommy Bear, stuffed with electronics. Even has a camera.
What? Hey! No, give him back!
There could be anything inside this lint magnet. You wait right in this room, miss. I'll find your tour group for you.
What about my bear?
I'm sure your mommy will buy you another one. You, my little purple friend, are going to fetch me some big bucks on eBay.
Hello. My name is Theodore Tommy Bear. What is your name?
How do you turn this thing off?
I can help you with your homework and play games. Would you like me to tell you my favorite bedtime story?
Crap. Sure don't make them like they used to. Here you go, Theodore.
Cretin.
Are you sure they went this way, Miss Smith?
Well, the grape's gone. Who else you think took it off?
I don't think we're supposed to break in a government facility. We're going to get in all kinds of trouble, ain't we?
Shut up, Smith, and follow me. It's do or die time.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Good afternoon, young lady. I'm Colonel Chandra. I understand you're lost.
I guess.
Looks like you're going to the same science fiction convention as our other guest.
What?
The eyes. Must have used the same contact lenses. His name's Jack. You know him? All right, young man, out you go. The chairs on this side of the bars are somewhat more comfortable.
Hi, Jack.
Hi?
It appears we found one of your convention friends. I'd let you both out now, but you know the military. Need to do the paperwork. I'll go find Lieutenant Johnson. He'll get you two back on the road, whether he wants to or not.
How did you find me?
Bertram broke into my bedroom and said you were trying to rescue me. I figured I'd return the favor. You don't look old enough to be my dad.
I'm not. It's only been about 6 months, well, to me, since I was last here.
It's been 15 years for me, and every one of them sucked. But I appreciate the effort. Now let's find Bertram and get out of this place.
How?
You didn't hear that?
Hear what?
The Colonel. She didn't lock the door.
Discarded like a common abacus. Oh no. Incoming.
Hey, that's the Theodore Bear. I didn't know they could walk.
They can't.
Hello, I am Theodore Bear. I can play a song for you.
Maybe it's one of them updated models.
That thing showed up in my place with the girl. It's got to be some kind of alien artifact. Grab it before it gets away, Smith.
But if it is an alien artifact, ain't it dangerous?
You here to rid the world of the alien scourge, or you here to whine about it?
Smith's the animal expert. I think he should take it.
Fine. Smith, you take it.
Why should I take it?
Oh, I'll take it. Now watch. I'm gonna show y'all how to shut this thing off. There. See? These critters ain't really smarter than us. Just got better technology. Now buck up, Smith. You too, Smith. We still got that girl to deal with.
About frickin' time you showed up, Jack boy. I'm in serious need of a cold beer. And where's the access code for this buggy?
In my pocket. They thought it was lotto numbers, so they let me keep it.
Whatever, man. What's she doing here?
You invited me to your cave, remember?
I invited the bear. You were just a tag-along. Now buzz off, kid. I'm busy. Okay, Jacko. Time to blow this popsicle stand.
I can't leave Bertram.
Come on, man. Straighten out your thinking. We take the ship back to your original target time, about 15 years ago? It'll be like you never even came here, because once we're done, you didn't. Catch my drift?
You can't. Bertram said if you take me when I'm a baby, I won't really be me anymore. Not this me, anyway.
Don't worry yourself about that, Pumpkin. We're gonna stop you from ever being born.
What? You can't do that.
Can and will, Sugar Pie. Jack's original target time was set to just before you were a twinkle in his eye.
I've changed my mind, Spike.
Oh, no. No. You ain't the only one who has a dog in this race, bucko. When HQ found out about our little escapade, they made me persona non grata, i.e. permanent exile, capiche? And let me tell you, 21st century dental work stinks, among other things.
Jack? You were going to erase me?
Hannah, let me explain.
Don't bother.
Hannah, wait.
Let her go, man. I know you feel guilty. Perfectly normal. But just her being here is wreaking havoc with the timeline. And she won't feel a thing.
Can't do it. Not now.
You get stupid when you stepped out of that ship? Her being here could have some serious complication. It could even mean the end of Sunday Night Football.
If that purple furball knew about this, I'm gonna track him down, rip the stuffing out of his head, and go for the hardware.
Are you sure a gun can take one of these reptilian monsters out, Miss Smith?
Don't know about the pea shooters y'all are carrying, but Bessie here will take down anything short of a bull moose. Oh, wait, no, I tell a lie. She took out one of those last season.
Crap. Can't she ever give up? And her 30-06 Winchester is definitely overkill. Ooh. Bad choice of words, Hannah.
You, with the worthless 22, hold this alien's purple pet so as I can have my hands free. That girl's close. I can feel it.
She's got Bertram? Nobody deserves that.
But, Smith, she's just a kid.
No, she ain't. She's one of them lizard people in disguise.
Lizard? She called me a lizard? That does it.
What was that?
I don't know. I was just holding the bear and something yanked it out of my hand.
It was them dang aliens. Must have been.
I think we lost him.
That was an admirable rescue, Hannah. When did you learn you could move so quickly?
Just now. Hey, how did Mrs. Conley follow me here?
She must have used the tracking device in your shoe.
The what? In my what? And now she thinks I'm some kind of lizard alien?
Apparently so.
Great. Either I get put on display in an oversized terrarium, or I just let my so-called dad erase me.
I assure you, there is a third option.
I don't see why I had to deep six my sneakers.
There was insufficient time to extract the mechanism that your guardian inserted. Now make haste. That woman plans to destroy the time ship, and we simply cannot allow that to happen.
You sure this is a shortcut?
I possess diagrams of the entire facility. By taking this rather unconventional route, we will be able to, as you say, head her off at the pass.
I really don't... Never mind. Oh man, the ceiling? We gotta be 40 feet up. And what's with all the tubes?
That rather complicated array of pipes is the fire suppression system.
What are we supposed to do? Crawl out to the middle and then jump?
While you do possess many admirable abilities, jumping 40 feet onto polished concrete is not one of them.
Good to know. There's Jack and Spike. And there's the ladder. Let's go. Hang on. Somebody's coming.
Halt or be vaporized.
Who's this loser?
Fools! You thought you could deceive me with your pathetic schemes?
Take a hike, Pally. It's too hot to argue, and we got places to be.
And in case you're still wondering, I'm not an alien, and there's no invasion.
Ha ha ha! So you pitiful creatures believe, while you have wallowed in complacent ignorance, my people have penetrated every corner of your miserable government. Soon we will descend upon this wretched planet and subjugate you all. Look to the skies, puny humans.
That's good. Seriously?
Jigs up, lizard man! I had my suspicions about you, you overgrown gecko. Put your hands up now or I'll fill you and your compatriots full of lead.
Your puny weapons cannot harm me.
Prove it, iguana boy.
What's it happening to? Oh my God. He really is a lizard man.
What? She's fainted at the sight of my magnificent physique? Impertinent monkey, my vortex-induced electric multiphaser will make short work of you.
Oh, no you don't.
We gotta get down there. He's kicking Jack's butt.
Remember what I said about jumping. You can't.
I know. Bertram, you got a lighter or a flamethrower? Something hot.
Such as this?
Perfect. Let's go.
Go? Go where? Hannah, what are you doing?
Not jumping. Hang on. We gotta reach that sensor over there.
But these pipes were not meant to be climbed upon.
But they are meant to carry water, so I bet they can handle us. Now hang on.
Your puny muscles are no match for Zotar.
Hey, Zotar, fire drill.
Water! So cold! No! I can't move!
Lizards really don't like the cold, do they? Hey, what's Spike doing?
Oh dear. He's taken Jack's ignition code, and he's headed for the ship. I knew I should not have trusted him.
We gotta stop him.
I'm sorry, Hannah. You wouldn't survive the jump, and there's no time to climb down.
You're right. Sorry about this, Bertram.
Ow!
Bullseye.
You can come down now, Hannah. Well done.
Let go of me, you overgrown sock puppet.
Wow, Bertram. I didn't know you could grow your arms like that.
You should be giving a squeeze to Mr. Tall, Damp, and Scaly over there, not me.
Don't need to. The cold water put Zotar, into hibernation, and explains his lack of enthusiasm regarding the air conditioning.
I'm so happy this has all worked out for you. Now, can somebody at least score me a towel? I'm soaked.
Hallways are secured, Colonel.
All right. Take the reptile and our friend Spike here to the brig.
You know who I am?
As well as how many supplies you've taken from the commissary. We'll be sending you a bill after you get out of jail.
Somebody get me a lawyer.
Hannah, I'm sorry. When I found out about you, I panicked.
That's what Bertram told me. He said he even sabotaged the ship so you'd end up here and meet me.
I knew you'd never be able to go through with your scheme, Jack. So I decided to provide you some time to think things over and make the right decision.
Colonel, how much trouble are we in?
Not at all, Hannah. After all, you aren't the ones that put the glitch in the timeline.
I should have realized it earlier. The Colonel is from the future.
But we're from the future.
Not this future. Our future.
Your felonious friend isn't the only agent sent to this time period, Jack. There's so much going on here now, it's become something of a tourist destination. People like me see to it that tourists don't completely trash everything. And while I didn't get detailed instructions, I knew you and Hannah had to meet so that you could take her, I hate to say this, back to the future.
Hey, that's a classic.
We hope you enjoyed Better Late Than Never. Please stay tuned for Untimely Radio's next production, The Opera House. A timeless tale where a young diva's life becomes intertwined with the ghost of a long-past prima donna. David Golbeck as Bertram, Tessa Oberlaurel as Hannah, Mary Kridler as Mrs. Conley, Louis Lane as Lieutenant Johnson and Zotar, Freeman Land as Spike and High School Guy, Kevin Oberlaurel as Guard and MP, Tân Tran as security, Rick Werblin and Danny Mercado as Smiths number 1 and 2, Amelia Oberle as airman. Story by Marianne Oberle. Some special effects courtesy of Free Sounds and Pixabay.